Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the weekly review at Sean's Rock. I am Sean, the key notorious in year, and of course, I am joined along with.
It's your boy Serak the Mike, as usual, decked out in my all. First of all, decked out in my all Michigan, that maize and blue.
Because football has started in college, you decided you want to come show your support since in November. Hell, we're not even gonna say November. Come later half of October, they're already out. So
my team's not playing. We're the Big Ten, and literally just changed it just now. The Big Ten and I think the ACC or Pac-12, whatever. No, Pac-12 for sure. They're not
Pac-12 and Big Ten
to get back, but as of right now, there is no season for the fall. So technically, we undefeated. Like next year, you're gonna look at this. I'm like, what happened in 2020? It looks like the Wolverines went undefeated.
That's how you're gonna try. That's how you're gonna try and go with it. You're just gonna say, "Oh, we're undefeated, and that's it. We're good. We're good. We're gonna go in the spring, going like, hey, we're number one." So isn't Big Ten every team in the Big Ten and Pac-12 at that point considered number one under that? That thinking.
Us.
I'm just saying.
Stipulation. Allegedly, it's just us. No. So, nah. I mean, I'm just happy we don't get embarrassed by Ohio State this year. And I say it, and I'm the type of guy, even though I'm not a fan of our rivals, which makes sense. Nobody's a fan of their rivals. I do respect the butt whoopings that they've given us the past 10 years.
Well, at least you're gonna respect that. At least you can respect that.
It's that threshold, right? Like once we beat them, then in my mind, we can win a national championship, right? Because we got over that hump of getting, destroyed at the end. And of course, it's always the last game of the season. So if you could have, usually if we would have played them beginning of the season, you can always bounce back and make it to the playoffs or whatever. But at the end of the season, it's no hope. So I'm just happy we're undefeated this year. And we don't have to.
Well, the end of your season normally starts in October. That's so.
Yeah. First like 10 games, I'll be whoop. I'm geared up. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting. I'm watching the games. But after that Ohio State game, it's like I'm looking forward to March Madness after that. So, it's one of those things that happen. But I will say this. I am happy that, the NFL is starting Thursday.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I just saw the commercial, but I can't remember who it said it's gonna be.
Well, I see. So I know you got the Peyton Manning jersey in the back.
Yes, of course. So it's going to be Denver and Tampa Bay, I believe it is.
You can't have two teams.
Oh no. That's week 3. So it's not Denver and Tampa Bay.
So Denver's your team then?
Of course, all day.
Who's that?
Now there's a caveat to that. I am a fan of players as well, especially players who comes from Clemson. So Deshaun Watson, I was a fan of him as soon as he stepped foot on field. So now he's playing for the Texans.
You a fan of Clemson players in the NFL, but a fan of Denver. So what if Clemson has a player on every team in the NFL?
Well, they don't. So far, they just have it on the Texans. They have on, I think, the Jets now and one other team.
Man, he just like my dad, because he don't really watch sports much, but it's always like, who do you think is gonna win? And he just asks you, well, who's winning right now? He just goes with who's ever winning.
No. That's not the same.
Good.
That's not the same. No.
So I'll say this.
I like my team. I've liked my team since 1997.
See that? I'm a fan of.
Actually, no. Actually, I've liked them. Sorry, I've liked them since Montana left. So 1992 is when I started becoming a Broncos fan. When Joe Montana retired, I left.
With your logic, I'm a Lions fan, and then I'm a fan of every player with dreads, or whatever team they play on is my favorite team. So yeah, if they got dreads, I'm rooting for them. If they align,
how are you gonna go with that? How does that work?
The same thing, kind of.
No, it's not the same thing. I watch these players go to college, play their asses off, and say, I'm going to the NFL and do the same thing.
All right.
Some of them don't, and some of them do what Deshaun Watson doing and still kicking ass in the NFL.
All right. Well, good luck to the Clemson and pretty much every football player ever.
Okay. Okay. All right. You think you got jokes? You got jokes. Not good ones, but you got jokes.
Yeah. But no, it should be a good weekend. Like I said, football just started. I think things are trying slowly but surely, trying to come back to normal. I'm not a huge fan of hockey or anything like that, but the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're killing it right now. They just won yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like 8. It was a blowout, pretty much. So,
Oh, they won yesterday too. So they won their game 1 already.
yeah. So, I believe if they win the series, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but then they go to the Stanley Cup, and
Yeah,
and you're a Lightning fan, you know what happens when you celebrate premature. Just like last year, we celebrated premature.
Oh man, yeah, we celebrated already in game in just the semifinals from the one we just won. We celebrated like we won the Stanley Cup last year.
I think they've only been to the Stanley Cup once in 10 years, even though once in 10 years, even though they've been the dominant team probably the past 10 years as well.
I thought they went twice and won one.
No, the last time they won was like 2000.
Yeah, it was 2002.
But they went in 2015 against the Blackhawks and they lost. They got blitzed. It was a very convincing win. But yeah, man. So a lot of stuff going on. I did a fantasy last week, and I don't know shit about this year's players. Like
no one does because preseason didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't. I picked the defense like early.
Yeah,
because I feel like last year I kept losing by a lot, so I figured if I pick a defense early, we can protect ourselves better.
So here's what I'm thinking about doing. So since I have not found no one I know is doing the league. Is it? I mean, like, okay, you're doing the league, but you're doing the league with somebody else, with a whole bunch of other people.
Right.
I got my brother-in-law. He's doing the league with a bunch of other, but he's got his other people as well. I'm trying to find someone to do a league with as well, like people I used to do one with.
Right.
Do one with. They didn't like petered out. My God. So I'm thinking about just doing a public one. The one you
don't do a public league. That's rookies, man.
It sucks. It sucks because you don't have anyone to pound against.
That's what you do when you like sports, but like you're like in Afghanistan or something like that. So you you don't know nobody, so you just join a public league.
Why where do you think I got it from? I'm just saying. There is.
You got one of fantasy leagues where like it's not like through Yahoo or ESPN. It's like one of those handwritten ones where you gotta like keep track.
Oh yeah, it's handwritten. It's not even handwritten in pen. It's in pencil because there's a lot of erasing going on.
Yeah. Like, oh, let me erase this real quick. Oh God. But Adrian Peterson got traded to the Lions. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's not important, but I'm the type that picks up Madden cover players. So every year, and I base my team around that. So the past 10 years, whatever the quarterback is, he's on my team. Whatever.
So the curse
team.
So the curse doesn't affect.
The curse doesn't affect me. Half my team's already been cursed. As long as I get the last guy, the last guy is the most troubled guy. But it looks like Sean, you may have Sean is back.
Oh, you gotta give me permission again.
I gave him he got kicked out the Zoom because apparently over in the Boondocks they lost power. They got like one battery for 500. So the whole house.
You gotta give me permission again.
I got you permission. Oh, I'm sorry. See, look. All right, we're back again.
Sean, sorry about the technical difficulty.
Nah. Sean, Boondocks, and apparently the whole community runs on one Tesla battery, and they all just lost power.
I live in the boonies, really. I live in the boonies, even though you live in the middle of downtown, and yet you have nothing to do because everything's shut down.
I haven't lost power in like 20 years. I can't remember the last time the power went out wherever I was.
Oh my God.
Even in Florida with hurricanes and all types of nonsense and, crackheads and Florida mans, like I still keep the power on. Now, I don't want to jinx it because I know it's
So wait till like a nice storm comes through and I'm out here in the boonies.
I'll wait, man, but it's something about where I'm at that doesn't allow that to happen. But speaking of
it's gonna happen. Losses,
and this is a terrible transition. But
what you got? What's up for the first
I was gonna say
little discussion?
get a chance to, and I know this has kind of probably been beat to death already, but since we didn't get a show in last week, we didn't get a chance to kind of talk about Mr. Wakanda Forever passing away. Can you believe that?
I know that is just honestly sad. I mean, it hit the way it hit was surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember we were just sitting there watching a show, and then all of a sudden the news popped. Well, I mean, the news didn't pop on, but it came through Twitter, of course, because you're TMZ.
Twitter's
and then
now. I mean, like
pretty much. I mean,
looked at CNN or Fox News in like a year or two.
I mean, I look at CNN, but I can't because it's not actual news. It's just people talking about politics. I'm tired of that.
It's like Family Feud, but everybody's wearing suits.
Yeah. We don't agree on much, but I didn't agree with you on that
one. Steve Harvey, like like that would, or CNN, that'd be great. And he would just make those.
Oh my God, that would be fantastic? I'm telling you.
Reasons why I should vote for you. Shaniqua, go ahead.
Well, I think that you should vote for me because for 10 points.
We gonna cut the commercial break. That's just cut people off. It's Steve. I'm telling you, man. Family Feud don't work out.
We're gonna go to the board.
Got a career in the newsroom,
but he's gonna be calling like red X's everywhere.
Yeah,
like nope, that's the wrong answer. It's not gonna be up there. It's not gonna be up there.
Everybody says it. Sad, man. Like I think it was a Friday night. I was working. I was working, and
yeah,
deal Twitter type of update. And he was only like 40, early 40s, 43, and had COVID.
Yeah, it was 43. It was just a few years. Yeah.
Do you think? Because like I know nobody obviously knew about it besides I'm sure his immediate family. But do you think? And somebody asked me this question a week ago, like that he should have kept it under wraps like he did, or you think
yes?
Some celebrities like they have a runny nose they got to tell everybody. Or, do you think he did that because it would affect his performances or like his ability to get gigs and stuff like that?
I don't think he did it I don't think he kept it from his bosses, honestly, because
he didn't tell any of the like the directors or anything like that in the movies he was working. Because he did
I think he told them, but I think he decided to keep. He's like, look, this is what I have. This is what I can give. This is my acting ability. But this is what I have, and I have to fight for my life right now. So right. I hope you understand, because it's not something you can really hide. I mean, you have to go to chemotherapy, you have to go through all these things, so you can't really hide it.
And he was ripped. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like he didn't look like he had cancer, and I don't know if that was just like willpower or like maybe it wasn't as like what was the word I'm looking for.
Have you ever seen people starving in before they get the bloated stomach? Have you ever seen people starving before they get the bloated stomach?
Exactly.
They actually have abs and all that stuff.
Yeah, so like you look.
The fact,
why is that?
The fact that all that stuff was his body was going through all that.
Right.
I think that he was working out, of course, but I think he was also not necessarily being helped, but I think he was losing a lot of his nutrients and all that because of the chemo, and that made him look. Plus the computer as well, but that made him look.
Doesn't chemo like make you lose like your hair and stuff though? I feel like I
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It doesn't make you lose your hair. I mean, for all we know, he was wearing a wig. But if you look at his movies,
right?
If you start from Jackie and you go all the way to his one that just came out for the Tiger or whatever, you can see the thinning of his body. You can see his body being shrunken down.
And then he posted like a picture on Instagram. He took it down, but like when he looked like he looked like he had cancer, or he had like some type of like, or malnourished or something. He looked, face was like, cheeks sunken in and all that stuff. And he said it was like for a movie role, or people were assuming it was for a movie role. Well, no, excuse me. People were assuming something was wrong, like sickle up. But then it was like I mean, that was just speculation. There was other, saying that, oh, maybe he's just like, transform for a movie role. Because a lot of actors do that. They go like to extreme, body formation, transformations to play a role. Just like,
very true. Very true.
Yeah, like
Matthew McConaughey is known for it. I mean, he's known for it.
Right.
Hugely known for it. I mean, he went from a huge, overweight New Orleans lawyer to a very skinny meth addict.
Yeah.
That takes what that does to your body. God.
But it's they do it constantly. It's nothing new to them. But yeah, man. Like,
true.
Did they already? I haven't researched it much, just because I haven't.
But to answer your question, I think he should have kept. I like what he did. I think he should have kept it on wraps. I think because that's his own personal issue, and there's no one else's, to really dive into.
Because say if he would have made it public, right, and everybody would have found out, do you think the support of, because everybody would support him, nobody would downplayed it, but like, you think the larger support of his fans and just the community around him would have changed anything?
Do you think it would have been as massive as it is right now, basically?
Just health-wise, changed anything, right? Because there's always that line of science and then just like
positive thinking.
Exactly. Yeah, do you think that would have helped or no?
Well, I mean, you know me and you know my history, so I obviously am a huge proponent of positive thinking. Positivity leads to positive effects.
Right.
So, do I think his fans knowing he would have been knowing him he was sick would have helped him become a better and fight the cancer more?
Right.
Because his fans are hyping him up, saying we support you.
Exactly.
I can.
It always seems like
I can see where he's saying, and I can kind of go to that point. But sometimes with fans, you bring enemies as well. So even though he puts out there, oh yeah, yes, I feel better because my fans are doing this for me. You're gonna have the detractors out there going, oh, you sick, whatever. You have no reason to be out there acting when you're just taking roles from other people who aren't. Things along, and people will say stupid crap. People will say stupid shit like that. Anyway, if you spend 15 minutes on Twitter, you'll see it. Yeah. 15. If you spend 2 minutes on Twitter, you'll see it.
I was kind of thinking, and this is obviously what probably most people thought when they first saw he died and didn't know why.
Yeah.
I was like, some type of like corona like influenced death, to where like he caught corona and it weakened his immune system and he died from the cancer.
I'm surprised. I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing.
Would kind of makes, because he's a, I mean, I've never had to deal with cancer, and unfortunately, and I don't know anybody like, in my immediate family that has ever suffered from it. But like, I don't know if that is it, if it's like something you can beat, with a compromise. I mean, nobody knows really with a compromised immune system from like a corona infection or anything like that. So, I mean, I would assume not, and I don't know, like, being his age. I mean, 43 is young. 43, 44. That's not considered really old anymore.
No.
And it's not like this guy doesn't have.
Not even for black people. It used to be for black people. You barely made it past 60. Now,
and we're not
70s and 80s now. So.
And it's not like he doesn't have access to, the top
nine.
Yeah, top everything. Money is not an issue at that point. So that's what I was thinking. Like maybe it was, some else contributed to it besides, just the norm, I guess. So, but
I agree with you on that.
Is there going to be a Black Panther 2? Like, already?
Yeah. That's I don't know if it's already made. That's a good question. I think normally, how Marvel does. Marvel makes things way ahead of time, and just does a lot of things to editing.
Right.
So it's very possible that it's already made. It's already done.
Yeah, because you could technically like just CG, do the CGI, and as long as he has a mask on, you don't know who it is, really.
Yeah, it's true.
But
it's true. But I think what I've heard, and being a Marvel fan myself, I think they're gonna use like something like maybe the time stone or the time. It's basically the little rock that changes time.
That shit ain't real.
Of course, it's not real. Duh. I mean, come on, man.
Somebody, we gotta find a time stone.
Well,
back to 20.
yeah.
It just skip over 2020.
Actually, I'm all for that. I'm not even going to lie.
Just snap like, oh shit.
This year has been the shit year. I'm good for this. Let's just skip 2020.
Yeah,
but no.
Like 2021 is just like a completely like.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like awesome. Like we're just gonna go right into it. I'm like,
Corona just ended. It's December 31st, baby. Last day of Corona.
Right?
Wait, it's back to normal. God.
Oh man, I thought the same thing. I did. I thought the same thing. It's like, oh, okay. It's all of a sudden, poof, Corona's disappeared because it's January 2nd.
Listen, if you want to be the next president, honestly, you don't even got to. I don't care what the hell your views are. You could go up there and be like, listen, we got word that we have a location for the time stone. But oh shit, you got my vote. No, you have my vote. Those were the time stone is.
Yeah. Honestly, he would have my vote. He really would. I'm not gonna lie. You get my vote. You can go back and fix all this shit. You my dude. You my guy.
It could get worse. You never know. It could get worse.
I mean, yeah, but
worse. I should know. I don't even want to jinx it.
I mean, we still got a few more months to get through here.
It can get worse.
I'm just saying. We got some months to get through, and don't hurt us before we have a chance.
Look, Black Panther 2. If they doing casting, I want signing up to to try to be the Black Panther 2. What I got to do?
One thing I've heard is people are talking about doing like Killmonger or someone like
Michael
that.
B. Bringing him back.
Well, he never died. He's basically saying, okay, you're going back. Huh. The original has passed away. You're now the head.
Yeah, but that one put that on like a movie screen. They'd be like, wait a minute, didn't he? Like, there's already like a story to
really.
It. Yeah, I know, but there's already like a comic book timeline to it. I think it's supposed to be like some girl or something like that. Or maybe the
Shuri.
Yeah,
his sister.
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to be the next.
Exactly.
Panther.
She's gonna be the next Black Panther. I mean, allegedly. I don't know.
I don't know. But could be me. Could be her. It's close. It's a close one. It's a coin flip.
I actually wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love seeing people who like us out there blowing up stuff, taking names, kicking ass.
Yeah.
But I had no problem seeing people like Shuri, even Pepper Potts, whatever her name was.
You got a black woman playing a black. That's what we need.
I have no problem with that. No, I think it would look awesome on screen.
Suck. I would go see it.
Yeah, I don't think it would suck. I think it would be fan-fucking-tastic.
But like you too, like nah.
Oh yeah.
Oceans. What was it?
What was it, Oceans 9 or 14 or something?
On River View, who knows?
I heard you try to slip that in there. I heard you try.
Are you a fan of magic?
I react to magic almost like every other black person. I will not go running in the street. That doesn't happen. Yeah, I won't do that part. But I will be like, oh my God, did you just see what he did? Let's hit record. Back it up. Did you see that again? That is me. I will say that is me. Because I'm like, magic is cool shit. It really is.
That I can't figure it out. Like, oh God, I'm punch this guy in the face if he don't tell me how he did that. But a magician never reveals his secret. But the reason I asked, so not last week, I think, September 2nd, whatever day would it, yeah, last week, I guess. That dude, the great magician, David Blaine, he did the Ascension. I don't know if you've seen it, but I watched it.
I heard about it, but I have not seen it. You know what? What's easy is I can see a piece of it right now, but tell me about it.
And I'll kind of explain at the same time. So basically, he has been taking like skydiving classes, or like to skydive by yourself, you have to have a certain amount of jumps under your belt. A lot.
Yep.
The right training and all that crap. And he did all that, and he has been like kind of practicing like breathing.
Are those just regular like just balloons? Just like ones you just pop?
They're helium.
Birthday party balloons.
Hell no, you can't.
But no, I mean, look at them. I mean, they're big, but they look like birthday party balloons.
So he's been practicing breathing techniques to where, because when you're the higher you up in the air, the less oxygen, right? Harder to breathe.
Of course. Less oxygen is colder. Is so many things to go on.
And so he's been practicing like breathing techniques to be able to control like his breathing, in high altitudes. And
what is that on him? It's not just the balloons. He's got something else on him. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I have to see it. But like, so basically, I don't even see. This is where I get kind of confused because I like David Blaine. I think he does some really impressive stuff. Yeah. But like, the ascension thing, that wasn't like magic. Like he didn't do anything that that someone else couldn't train to do, I guess. So
he has a harness.
Yeah, they filled up. I don't know how many helium balloons. So basically, you see the movie.
It looks like about 50 or 60 balloons.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. But you seen like the Up movie with the granddad, whatever, and he's in the house is tied to balloons. Literally the same thing. Except
that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So he floated all the way up to, I think it was 24,000 and some change feet with no.
Right now he's at 5,210 feet.
It's like 2 hours long, by the way. But
yeah. I skipped a whole bunch of it.
He went all the way up, and once he got to like I think like 15,000 ish feet, you have to have like a breathing mask, like the worst thing that can happen is you pass out and you fall, and then you wake up and you're in heaven. So or whatever you believe in.
Whatever you believe in,
So
whatever you believe in.
Yeah, man, he went up to like almost 25,000 feet. I think it was like 100 feet short, and cut the ropes, all the stuff, jumped down, skydive down, and landed. But like it was cool. I think.
But what's the magic in it though?
A human being able to be up that high, without being in an airplane or some type of apparatus, and that was it.
But here's the thing though, he has trained himself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, David, don't get me wrong. All right, audience. Let me explain something about David Blaine. David Blaine is the guy who started the levitating on the sidewalk trick.
I don't know if he was, but that's
allegedly
it's a trick. All right, as long as you say it's a trick, because there's no way to hell he just walking around levitating and just flying and.
Allegedly, he was a guy, but I believe he was the first guy. Chris Angel, don't get me wrong, he's awesome as shit. But I believe
what happened to him?
No, he just kind of disappeared.
Somebody found out secret.
He faded to the background.
I feel like that's what happens when magicians don't do magic anymore. Like someone found out their secret.
I know. David Copperfield.
Oh man, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah. So David Blaine, he was the one who he was levitating on the sidewalks, guys. He was a guy who he was his awesome magician, and black people, whenever he would do this magic trick, we would grab our heads, we would run in the streets, and go, "Oh my God, no, he didn't! No, he didn't!" And it was awesome because the tricks were cool.
Right.
He could hold his breath. He has trained himself to hold his breath for so long that he has been able to not just be buried alive, but be buried alive in water. The guy's awesome. I will give him credit. But he did it. He's done it, allegedly. But as far as I know, there's a trick. He's done it.
Well, I mean, you can hold your technically for like if you train right, I think for like 5 minutes or something like that.
I don't know. There's a world record to it.
I personally can hold my breath underwater for like maybe like right around 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. We can test this out too.
I have a pool. I will test this junk out.
You can't.
I'm gonna give you a brick. I'm like, look, you gotta hold this brick for that whole 2 minutes. That way you can't be bobbing up.
But I'd have to have like some practice. Like you have to build up to it. You can't just go in there and just do it. And the key is you can't like waste a lot of energy. Like when I do it, like I'm not moving. I'm literally just like completely.
Yeah. You're just in the bottom.
That's it. I'm just holding my breath, and I'm not really thinking about holding my breath. Because if you think about it, you'll mess up. But yeah, man, I can do about 2 minutes. Easy.
I can do
140. I said it's 145 to 2 minutes.
Before I had lung damage, I could do about
smoking hella weed. I can do about at least 30.
No, I mean, I had a PE, pulmonary embolism, so part of my lungs actually like.
Yeah, you shouldn't be practicing this at all, dude.
Oh no, it's good because you're supposed to keep your lungs. You're supposed to try to expand your lungs as much as possible. Anyway, but I could do probably about 45 to 50 seconds. But I could go underwater in the pool, so however long that takes me. But I've sat there for a very long time, just doing nothing.
That's.
But what do you think the world record is for holding your breath?
Yeah, probably somewhere around 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, not bad. 24 minutes and 3 seconds.
Yeah, you see,
that is crazy. A guy named Segura is the one who did it.
Breath holder. But I guarantee, like, he probably has some type of extra long capacity. Like, he has something that something
that trained him.
Better trained to make better, pretty much. Or just was born.
Because there's talent, there's a way to train, and then there's just Mother Nature said, hey, you just have a bigger lung capacity than a normal person.
Don't they like when you do like Navy SEALs, when they do like their buds training or whatever, like they drown them, right? They try to, like, you're supposed to.
It's close to drowning. Yeah, it's
because they drop you in a freezing pool, and you're supposed to do something. I don't know, but that's terrifying. Like, the feeling of drowning is they say is one of the worst things. Even though I feel like being on fire would be way worse than drowning.
Yeah.
I actually thought you froze for a second there. You were standing really still.
No, I was just looking at the fact that Tom Cruise was able to, and this is according to GQ, Tom Cruise was able to hold his breath for 6 minutes. So I mean, and Tom Cruise has done some crazy ass stunts.
All stunts, right?
He does all his own stunts. He took off.
Uh-oh. He lied. You got that, like, oh shit, wait a minute.
he took off on the outside of an airplane, of a cargo plane. That's fucking crazy in itself. And then
think about this.
He let it go.
Don't do their own stunts. There's still a stunt guy that does that. So technically,
there's still a guy.
Real guy. Deal.
Yeah.
Nice smile and always.
I wanted to be a stunt guy at one point in time. I thought it was cool shit.
Cool. But
come on, going through a wall.
You don't get the.
I mean, the wall's fake. Yeah, you don't get the credit. That's true. You don't get the credit, and you don't get the big paycheck.
And think about it. You got to actually somewhat resemble the actor too, though. I think that's the hard part. Finding a stunt guy that looks like the main guy doing the stunt. I mean, obviously, depending on. I mean, if it's a stunt where you ain't really got to see the person, it's fine. But like those stunts to where like you can kind of see the guy's face, or it's a quick transition type deal. That's probably hard to find. Like, we need someone who looks just like Tom Cruise, same height, same skin tone, same hair, but way more athletic and risky.
I think they try just to add, not get necessarily the skin tone, just to say, okay, you're kind of close enough.
Right.
We can throw a wig on you. We'll put you in a jacket.
Makeup will fix everything. Yeah, the makeup is that'll fix all the discrepancies. So, that's not. But what is it?
Yeah. So, have you heard about? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I got no. What were you saying?
So, as a fan of Madden, even though I think Madden needs a real big upgrade as far as
video game.
So yeah.
Okay.
But have you heard Madden added Colin Kaepernick to it?
Ooh.
Yeah. And not only did they add Colin Kaepernick, he is rated higher than Cam Newton.
Oh, I gotta look this up. Hold on.
Where you? Yeah. Oh, it's of course it's on TMZ. The ones that catch all the stuff first and quick. But I read to you, it says Colin Kaepernick's back in the NFL in the Madden 21 video game, where he's now a playable quarterback with a higher rating than Cam Newton and Baker Mayfield. Colin Kaepernick is one of the top free agents in football.
Okay, he's a free agent.
Starting caliber quarterback, EA Sports said in a statement.
Damn, is that disrespectful to Cam Newton?
I know, right? He just got
It's definitely, if I was Cam, I'd be a little pissed, but it looks like higher than Baker Mayfield. That actually makes sense because, I mean, I know Baker Mayfield has a lot of hype and he was the shit in college, but
I mean, he did pretty good.
I don't know, man. He's like a
consider his circumstances. He did pretty good. Consider the team he's playing on.
And Baker Mayfield reminds me of a little bit. Don't
you say it. Don't you say it. I knew you were gonna say it. No, he doesn't.
You know it.
Oh, come on. No, he. Oh my God, he's. I knew you were gonna say it.
College quarterback who has an arm. Don't get me wrong, can throw the ball, but he's still struggling with that transition to realizing that these boys in the NFL, they don't play. You're not about to be getting them, 20-yard scrambles. They're gonna hit you where it hurts,
But you can't fault the kid for trying.
No,
you can't fault him for trying.
I think he just had way too like Johnny Manziel had way too much hype before he actually played in the NFL. And I think that's a lot of
but I mean, the team he's playing on had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying a lot of potentially great QBs that are coming from college, man, it could be so much better if they just didn't have all that hype around them.
Yeah, but that's what happens is they come from college with the fact that they're like, okay, I am this great quarterback, and I'm going to be picked up by the worst team.
The guy that got drafted from LSU, right? The Joe Burrows, whatever his name is, Burrows, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee he plays terrible. I almost guarantee it. It's too much hype around it. If I'm a quarterback in college and I know I'm NFL quality, I know I'm gonna get drafted pretty much. I want to get drafted like second, third round. I don't want to be the first. I don't want to be that hype guy because that hype guy always gets exposed.
I mean, Deshaun Watson's doing good, and he was a hype guy.
Or there are a small percentage,
but it I mean, I agree with you. It is.
Like there's Deshaun Watson is once in a 20-year type QB. Lamar Jackson,
pretty much.
We haven't seen anything like Lamar Jackson since Michael Vick. And he, to me, and to be honest, he a better version of Michael Vick.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like everybody else in between Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, trash. Vince Young, trash.
I know Vince Young. He was so hyped. And even his first 4 games in NFL, he did great. Actually, his first year.
Yeah.
But then
train came around and him over.
Yeah. They recruited a horrible line and all this stuff, and he fought. Allegedly, all this happened.
A better quarterback than me. I got all. So I mean, whatever. So I want to. My buddy sent me this video on Twitter earlier today. It's this kid. It's really fun. I want to show you this. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and try to share this screen. Let me delete all my Pornhub that's up real quick. No, just kidding.
He's not kidding. He really is not kidding. But don't worry.
I mean, I was like,
come on. Everyone's looking at Pornhub right now because everyone's stuck at home. Just saying.
Hopefully the volume. All right, this kid right here. So
to our audience at home, we're gonna describe our audience. So the ones who are only listening, we're gonna describe the video to you. But if you really want to see it, go to our YouTube page.
So this kid, I got it up front. So this kid, can you hear it or no?
Yes.
You can hear it?
Yes.
All right. So this kid is he's a toddler, obviously.
Yeah.
Helping his mom cook or his grandma, whoever she is. And he just has he just snatches everything. Oh, look at him.
He just poured a whole thing of sugar in that bowl. He just poured a whole bag of sugar in the bowl. That is funny. No. Oh my God.
If you turn your head,
he is eating the dough before it's even dough. He just grabbed a whole thing of butter and sugar and ate it like a butter stick. This woman is fighting with this kid.
This kid has the quickest grab. I'm like, if he was playing, he wins every time. Look how fast he's grabbing his stuff, and it's all. He almost ate his fingers right there. So I mean, they say he's a toddler. I don't know how old this kid is. Maybe 2, 3 at the most. And they're making looks like some type of Rice Krispie treats. It's another video.
Yeah. He's about 3 years old. I
was reading 3 years. And someone was saying he may have Tourette's or something like that. Because I guess he's calm at times, and then he just snaps and just grabs whatever it is. Here, I'm gonna do one more video, and let me see if This one explains. This is the one they're making Rice Krispies.
It was like Rice Krispie treats with peanut butter.
Yeah, but soon,
interesting.
Like, look, he's chilling, and then he's just gonna.
There's some butter for me to eat right there.
It reminds me of a dog when like you have a puppy dog, and you turn your head for 2 seconds, and your stuff is gone. Like you can't leave open pizza around this kid and go to the
open pizza. You can't leave anything open. You can't leave the eggs open. He'll probably eat the eggs.
That's that kid is part dog. Like if he did like one of those 23andMe, like those family trees, like you go down and then somewhere down the line you see like a wolf in a corner somewhere, and that's
a wolf in a corner somewhere. No, you didn't just say
that. Honestly hoping he's just a toddler and this is just a phase. But I mean, I hope it's nothing like, like he doesn't have any type of condition or anything like that. And then again, like they're making like cookies and all types of sweets that kids love. Like now, if he had like some vegetables and was doing this, I was like, yo, this kid just has like a hungry hippo type of reaction.
But if you're that parent watching your kid eat vegetables, like this kid is eating peanut butter and butter, like it's the last thing he's gonna ever eat in the world.
Parents are not like, or his parents, they're not like scolding him, which is good. Like you shouldn't like yell at obviously children or anything like that.
Well, I mean,
they're also
shouldn't hit them. Yelling's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
Especially at that age.
Oh no.
Mess them up like as they grow.
Wait till they disappear on you. You can't find them and they're in the woods somewhere. You're gonna be yelling.
That's the only like you hit the kid, he's traumatized for life. You don't hit the kid, he may go off in the woods and disappear. You may never see him again. That type. It's between.
I will.
Go ahead.
So
kids.
That's what I'm about to say. So here's the thing. So I got I ain't gonna lie. I got the shit beat out of me. Growing up. My stepfather, he literally beat the fuck out of me until I was 14, and then I put him through a wall. So when I got muscle and all that, you know how that happens.
Wait, I hit these weights. I got you.
Yeah, exactly. So how. So at that point, it stopped. Mm-hmm. I wanted to never whoop my kids, but it happened. It only happened, and I can count in the 20, soon be 21 years my son's been alive. He's had 6 whoopings. They both had, well, not both. My daughter's only had 3. He has had 6 whoopings in his entire life.
And is it time? Man, I thought you was about to say 1,600 for a second there.
They're relatively good. I started young. Very young at trying to say, hey, this is how you need to act in certain situations.
Okay.
This is how you need to be. And then as they got older, granted, they're kids, and right now they're like, in their own world. But they knew, okay, this is how I need to act. If I don't act this way, Dad's gonna get on my shit. And they're right. I will get on their shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna whoop them, at that point in time, because it got to the point where all I had to do is use my voice. And my voice will tell you, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna take everything you own.
Honestly,
throw it away.
That's more powerful than any type of belt or switch. Like one of my cousins, my boy Drake, and not like Aubrey Drake. It's real name. And his dad,
he's got a Canadian cousin named Drake.
Maybe they got whoopings as when they were younger, but like his dad just had that voice to where it was more powerful than any whooping you've ever had. Like it was just like the fear of him talking. I'm done. Like
that was my grandfather's voice.
Yeah, like if we were ever in a car and I just happened to be there, that's the worst position you want to be in. You never want to be that guy that's the friend of the guy that's stuck in a car with his dad him talking.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, you can't laugh. And a part of you feels like he talking to you too. You just like, oh shit, this is about to be rough.
And then you're relieved. You're like, I can't get whooped right now. I'm good. You can yell, but I can't get whooped.
Like any other day, like when you with, your friend or your boy, your cousin, whatever it is, it's like, I wish somebody would, talk to me like that. And then you bro, his dad, it's like, yo, he's talking to you like that. He would be the type to be like his dad would ask him something. And I mean, the situation is already hostile, but his dad would ask him something, right? I'll give you an example. So, do I need to pick you up around 8:00 from, whatever? And he'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, what? He'd be like, yes, sir. He'd be like, all right. I'm like, oh shit. Like I get that, but
I mean, I was that way with my kids for actually I still kind of am sometimes. If
like
they act out of sorts, then I want my sir. I won't put respect on that.
like his voice was like he had like the impact of like a Morgan Freeman, but a Morgan Freeman with like strep throat. So it's going
So
to
basically,
regardless,
so,
it's going to sound rough.
so basically, my sexy ass voice is what you're saying.
No,
I understand.
Listen. You got a great voice, but his like, so what y'all doing tonight? So you yelling at you. It's like it's one of the voices. If you heard with the lights off, like you thought, like, oh, it's a demon. I'm dead. Like I'm dead.
It's a demon. I am dead.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love it. It's the demon. I'm dead.
I'm hearing a very demonic voice in my ear. So yeah, man, don't whoop your kids. Don't scare you. Don't traumatize your kids, man.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting to. I wish I wouldn't have whooped my kids. The last whooping my kids ever got.
It's too late, man. You already messed up.
Yeah, I know, and I can honestly admit I messed up.
Son, you're gonna be cold sleep, and next thing you know, you're gonna.
And I'm open, and I hope that my children that don't do what I did, as far as getting whooped. But the last whooping my kids ever got, was I had this very strict rule.
Uh-huh.
If you don't hit a woman, and if you're a woman, you don't hit back. You don't initiate the hit.
Wait,
basically.
time out. Hold on. What type of boxing match is this? All right.
No, basically it's you don't hit each other. I have a boy and I have a girl.
Fair enough.
So I don't want either one of them. I don't want her being the instigator, and I don't want him being the instigator or responding to that.
Okay.
So because no matter what in that situation, you're going to jail, and I don't want my kids in jail.
Jail sucks.
Yeah. So I had a rule: if you touch them, I'm going to touch you, and you're not going to like the way I touch you.
That sounds kind of rapey.
It does sound kind of rapey. It does sound kind of rapey. But when you say it with the enunciation that I did, with the force behind it that I did, they understood, and they followed that rule to a T. And then one day, they both decided, I guess I'm gonna act a fool. Oh. And she decided to hit him over something. I forget exactly what it was.
Well, she hit her brother.
She hit him.
Okay.
He hit her. He ran her down and hit her back.
Okay.
And then I find out that there's something going on upstairs. I'm like, okay, what's going on? My kids come back down and say, well, my son's a little tired a little bit. He's not a snitch, but he's gonna tell daddy what's going on. Yeah, I don't. But so he told me. I went and talked to her. She told me. I said, all right. So that's what's it. That's how it's gonna be. You're just gonna ignore what I say, huh? Mm-hmm. So since you touched him and he touched you, I'm gonna touch you both. Or you getting a whooping.
Yo, if anybody pulls this video up and they just use that snippet right there,
I know, right?
And then she touched you, and now I'm gonna touch y'all both.
Yeah. Oh, I know how it sounds. Believe me, I know how it sounds. But in the time, it fit. It fit in the time.
Explain that one, because I'm just gonna cut that part out.
Oh man. But it had to be done. And they didn't do it ever, as far as I know. I'm sure they did it, but not really ever again where they were going to say that this happened.
That's good though. Like I said, kids shouldn't. I mean, they will, but they shouldn't fight. I'm just happy I don't.
No, I have no problem you fighting, but there's a reason why the fight needs to get physical.
Yeah, but if I have kids, I'm gonna let them debate. It's gonna be like a courtroom. I'm like, all right, prosecutor, you got your case? Like, yeah. Defendant, you ready? Like, yeah. So what happened? Well, basically, she went in the pantry and stole the juicy fruit off the top shelf, knowing that till after 4:00, and it was 3:59. But technically, since it was daylight savings, it was 4:59, and that's how we gonna solve problems in my house or whatever, wherever I'm living. That's how we gonna solve problems in my box. Oof, rough. But anyway, so speaking of I keep saying speaking of but I say it.
So what are you speaking about?
It has nothing to do with what I just said beforehand. It's like, speaking of kids, when we get them second rounds of stimulus checks, like that don't got nothing to do with it. Those two don't even.
Yeah.
That's not even the same thing. I need a
Did
better
you
word.
did you hear Carol Baskin is going to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Dance with the Stars. She's not even a star. She can't dance. I don't know why.
I know she's allegedly a psycho.
But
so they put her on Dancing with the Stars, and allegedly she killed her husband. You know, I personally might believe it. I don't know, but the facts are kind of leaning me towards that way.
Do you think
just saying
they called her or she called them to put her on Dancing with the Stars?
They called her because if they could have, and here's the thing, they didn't really want. I don't think they really wanted her. I think they wanted Joe.
Yeah,
and they couldn't get Joe.
He's in prison.
So they settled for her because she's out there. She's out there.
Right.
But Joe, he has that what's the word? He has that star power where he just brings you in.
I'd love to see them two having to dance together.
Oh,
he'd probably kill her. I know he would. Like, he seems like that type of guy. Like, like he'd
do it.
And then, like, just drop whatever weapon he had and with a smile on his face, like, I finally did it. I finally did it.
But he's so sick, though. Yeah, I think he would do the full dance, and then at the end, he would do it.
Yeah.
He would
do it. And then one of her tigers come out of nowhere and just, tell you. That's probably how she was like, yeah, I'd like to be on Dance with the Stars. Like, is this Carol Baskin? Like, or we just maybe next season. Like, well, you ever seen a liger before? Like, what's a liger? Like, you want to find out? I'm like, all right, just be at the studio.
You want to find out? That's the question that has ever been asked that you never want the answer. Do you want to find out?
Liger? What's that? Basically, it's a big ass cat. That's really.
Honey, I got 3 legs. One on the left, one on the right, and do you want to find out the other one?
Like, any type of big cat, like, I'll pray for you, man, because that's just not. You got like a really, really small chance of 1 surviving, 2 surviving, without being, drastic.
Something's going to happen to you. I mean, like that one woman lost her arm.
If you don't have a weapon, how do you survive?
She wasn't even in the cage.
How do you survive an attack if you don't have a weapon? What do? It's a tiger. It's you. One's hungry. One's scared. What happens?
You lose. You're gonna lose every time.
You just take it. Do you fight back?
Oh, hell yeah, you fight back. I mean, look, I'm not just gonna take it. Look,
so do you fight a tiger like a human? Like, are you throwing punches?
I know. I'm trying to rip something out of. I'm trying to rip whatever I can. Because a punch is gonna hurt. Unless you hit certain parts of them. I'm trying to rip things out. I'm trying to hurt them like where I can, not where I'm like, oh, here's something, and I'm just not doing anything.
Fight a tiger like that. You cannot be over there looking like Floyd Mayweather. Like, no, man, that thing's gonna tear you apart.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta rip stuff out. You gotta start pulling. You gotta like go for like the eyes, put stuff up the nose. Whatever you can do.
You gotta fight a tiger like a tiger. You gotta fight a tiger like a tiger's used to being fought. So you gotta like bite the shit out of him, like jump on his back, and just bite as hard as you can.
So last time I checked, a tiger and a lion's teeth are about an inch long. They're about an inch long.
Listen,
my teeth are not an inch long.
I easily grow my.
But how hard I bite, it's not gonna happen.
That's true. I guess it's a loss, but like I don't know. You gotta fight well enough to have a good story to tell your peoples wherever they at in heaven or in another place. Like, yo, what happened? Like, you're not gonna believe this. Well, you have to believe it because this is what happened. I had to fight with a liger. That's a tiger and a lion that combined, right? And I almost had him. We was in the 12th round throwing blows. I bit him in the ear, but he clawed my neck, and that kind of ended the whole deal. So yeah, I think the judges.
Do you consider that a win though?
Huh?
Is it a win if you fight a liger and you survive? Not that he didn't tear you limb from limb, but that you survive. Is that a win?
I think
did you beat the liger at that point?
It's a win, but just like in a boxing match, it's a win, but your face look like you lost. Like,
yeah.
Yo, You're not gonna believe it. I won. Like,
you should have seen the other thing.
Yeah, he looked normal, but
but I still won. He got a little bit of me on his fur stuff, but I won.
Yo, so his ring threw in like a spare rib to distract him. I got the hell out of there. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, man, I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but I will. Like,
I don't watch it. But like anything else, it gets advertised. So I'm like, we were just sitting there watching. All of a sudden, it said Carol Baskin on Dance with the Stars. I'm like, oh my god! And that's literally my mouth literally dropped. I'm like,
so like, do these? I've never actually watched the show. I've seen highlights of it, but like, I assume like they are partnered with like a professional, right?
Yeah, professional dancer who knows what they're
okay. Oh, I got sneeze. Hold on. No, that wasn't sneeze. But when I first saw it, I just thought like, yo, I didn't know Antonio Brown can dance like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought these people had dancing in their background at some point in time, and they just thought the show. Like, wow.
No, they are not that good. I mean, when who was on there? Was it Deion Sanders? No, some very stiff football player was on there.
Yeah, it was. I think I know you're talking about Emmitt Smith, right?
Yeah, Emmitt Smith. It was Emmitt Smith, right? So he was on there, and stiff as a board, and he still made it past the first round because the person he was with could actually dance.
Oh, okay. Well, they like, I mean, they know on your capability. I don't know.
Well, the people who judge are the audience who calls in. The people who are sitting there, they're not actually judging anything. They're just really just there to look pretty and show some numbers and
fair
feedback.
Enough.
That's all they do.
They're like, oh, so what song are you guys coming out to? Soulja Boy, tell them. Soulja Boy. They were like, oh, yeah. 2002.
And they're like, oh, you 9. And you're like, oh, I got a 9. And then you get moved off the show. You're like, but I got a 9.
I don't know if I want to dance on live TV in front of millions of people. Like,
or okay, what would your, because everyone's got a dollar amount for pretty much everything. What would your dollar amount be to go?
Oh, like for them to pay me? Yeah, $20 maybe.
$20. So you go from I'm not gonna dance on live TV to you give me $20 and I'm gonna be on live TV.
Like, what if you had an agent that was like, that contract, like, yo, Serak, what's up? You're not gonna believe this, but I got the deal done. Oh yeah, I got you on Dancing with the Stars, and guess how much they want to pay you? I'm like, how much? $20. You gotta be kidding me. When we leaving? When we got
you gonna be pulling a David Blaine, you're gonna be going, oh my god, no, he didn't.
And I don't know, man. I love dancing. I love dances, but then like I feel like if I was on Dance with the Stars, in the back of my mind, I feel like I'd have to like do some dance like the Jabberwockies or something. Like it would have to be so good. Like, I don't know if I could do the Jabberwocky stuff.
you be trying to make all the shape stuff by yourself with no one around. You're like, yeah, look at this. I got my leg up.
Mask, like they won't know who's me. Like, oh, Jabberwocky doing a wave again. Oh, is he gonna do something else? Nah, he's gonna keep doing the wave.
I like to dance, and I think I'm a very good dancer when no one else is around. I think I'm like the top-notch dancer when no one else can see me.
Yeah, me too. But I got like maybe like 5 moves that I just always do.
Huh?
For the song.
See, I try to do like Michael Jackson things. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes.
My fear is like, sometimes I'll be at work, I'll be vibing to the music and stuff like that. But my fear is like a real dancer see me dancing and be like just shaking their head saying, I'm like, oh god. Nobody dancing for me. Just do the thumb, just sit on against the wall and just kind of me mug everybody at the same time.
So you mentioned agent, right? So how about this? Jadeveon Clowney fired his agent.
He fired his agent?
Fired his agent. His agent got him a contract for $21 million. And he said, nope, allegedly. But he said nope and fired his agent.
You're fired.
Yeah. But the thing is, he only had 3 sacks last year.
Oh, wait, so he thinks he's worth more?
Yeah, he thinks he's worth more fired his agent. Well, he only had 3 sacks last year.
For how? For 4 years?
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
It's not a lot, but I mean, when you think about it, if you
Money.
don't show what you got.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we would take it. But
Oh yeah. I mean, I take it.
Compared to his peers that play the same position that are getting paid more, I get it. You know, I don't know if I'd fire my agent. I was like, yo, could you get us some more somehow?
Yeah. I think I'll hold off before I fire my agent. I'm like, look, if I have to, I'll sit out a year, but you got to get me more money.
Well, no, I would listen because in the NFL, they get paid weekly. They get game checks. So
yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Not playing, they're not getting paid. So a year, no pay, and like.
But if you got millions in the bank, a year with no pay isn't really gonna hurt you.
Well, I says a year with no pay and poor financial skills.
Now that will hurt you. Yes,
on the zero really fast.
I am a poor financial skills person. I'm a person in learning about financial skills. So believe me, I know.
Listen, can you imagine though? So like I said, they get game checks, right? Every week. So you got a game Sunday, you play, game over. I assume they probably get their check Friday or something like that. It's Friday.
They get their check right after the game.
Hold on 1 second. Keep talking. I got somebody knocking.
No, you're good. Actually, okay.
It's just you got a dog and he just probably go give me a liger. Shit, everybody. You know,
you got a little ankle biter dog.
I tell the leasing office like, yo, what's the pet policy? You said cats, right? No matter how big they are. I have so many complaints like, yo, guy down the hall, I'm pretty sure he has a tiger in his unit. No, man, that's
just you might want to check that out.
Yeah.
Just say.
Yeah, man, they get game checks every Friday. Can you imagine, like, you go pick up your check and it was like $1 million? Like, oh.
But see, that's the thing. I think I'm pretty sure they get it right. Allegedly, I'm pretty sure they get it right after the game because there was a player. Yeah, there was a Jacksonville he was a Jaguars player. He was a player for what team was it? I'm glad I don't remember the team because I don't have to say allegedly. So there was a player. There was a player who was driving through Jacksonville, was pulled over, and had I think like 3 or 4 pounds of weed in his car. No, it wasn't Jacksonville. He got pulled over in Waldo, so he was driving. All these back.
Oh.
So Florida has these back road towns to our audience. What we have is places like Ocala, and Gainesville. Even though you guys think Gainesville's like this huge banging place, it's just a college town. That's really all it is. It's a very small town. And getting there, you go through these even smaller towns where there's like speed traps and everything else. I'm sorry?
Are you looking at me?
No, I'm explaining this while I look at.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I apologize. So I was trying to pull up something. I apologize. So, but what it is they have these little speed traps, and they have these little yellow bars that, hey, this is base of town, you come through the speed trap. Right. He was cruising 2:00 in the morning. He's jamming. He's puffing out the window. He's just doing his own thing. And then he goes through Waldo. Waldo is going to get you if you go 1 mile over the speed limit. It's just going to happen. There, exactly. That's Waldo right there. And he got pulled over, had 3 pounds of weed in his car, or something close around that. And he had a game check in his car for like $380,000.
That's insane.
Uncashed. In cash, he had like, I think 40 or 50 grand on him.
Why?
Guess how much of that he got to keep?
I'm sure they got direct deposit.
Yeah.
Still picking like the
old. Who picks up a $380,000 check?
Yeah. Who doesn't have a direct? Well, I guess.
Where do you cash that? Tell me.
I guess when you high, you can't really make sober decisions. Hey, maybe I should cash.
But when you sign, you're not high.
You might be. I don't know, man. I feel like every football player smokes. It's just they just hope they don't get caught. It's just like drug mules. There's a lot of them.
Drug.
You just know about the ones that.
That's true. That's true. But how you gonna? I don't know. I don't get it. But guess how much of that money he got to keep though. He got back after he got out of jail.
Probably most of it. right?
No. It was what you call it, seizure. Basically, it was like a seizure in doing a criminal act. What the actual term of it is, but that's what they did, and they kept I think all 50 grand, 50 grand, and then part of the check.
I don't know. This guy sounds like a player that doesn't get a lot of playing time, or he got
no, he was well. I mean, if you have a check for $380,000, you're not really.
Nah, you're not making that much. In NFL,
well, no, let's say 380 per.
You're not
times 4.
You're not even You're probably not.
You're making. That's about $15 million a year.
No, because if you're making $3-something a check
per game
and 16 games plus playoffs, maybe if your team, that's only. I mean, you're making maybe at max $5 million at the max, probably.
You pass $5 million just doing the games because you're making $1 million a month.
Yeah, but think of like players like I don't know. We'll say.
I'm not saying you're a superstar, but you're not just Joe Schmo.
Say he's not good enough to avoid stupid mistakes like that.
Yeah, I agree. He should. If you're doing that, you have enough money on a entourage who's going to keep you out of those stupid situations.
It's like a Josh Gordon move.
Yeah. I agree.
So much that you tanked your NFL career. You literally rather. Okay, I'll say this. People can play football or not. I'm no one to tell anyone what to do with their money or what they're risking with their money. It's just really hard to know that. I mean, the NFL has rules, but it's just like all you got to do is not smoke weed, and that's it. No, all you got to do is not smoke weed for your NFL career. Afterwards, retire. You can freaking blow your brains, smoke your brains out if you want. Who cares, right? But you just jeopardize. He must have a real problem.
Yeah. He's one of the few who actually become fully addicted to weed.
It's to the point where you can't even blame him at this point. It's it's no longer wow, that was a stupid decision. It's more that guy needs probably some help. And I think the NFL should help him versus constantly punishing him or whatever the hell the situation is now.
But the thing is he was a good enough player where the NFL could have went to the boardroom and said, what can we do about the players and their pain, because weed helps.
He did it for pain reasons?
Yeah. Weed helps pain so much.
That's what's tough though, right? Because
basketball,
you can choose who needs it for their pain and who's just doing a recreational, right? That's always that small percentage that messes up for everybody, right? Pain that don't even freaking play half the time, a smoking weed getting caught, or the guy with 3 pounds on his. Why do you need 3 pounds in your car?
I know. What the fuck?
Something come on, man. If I'm a cop and I pull somebody over and they got 3 pounds of weed, there's no excuse unless you literally work for a dispensary and we're in a state where it's legal and that's where you headed and you got the paperwork to prove it.
You're literally transporting the stuff. It's not for your personal use. You're actually taking it to somewhere.
And you willing to take a drug test right then and there, right?
Yeah. But basketball has decided they're not going to test for weed anymore. So now the players can smoke weed. They'll test for everything else.
I say this.
The Players Association said, no, we're not going to test for weed. Go ahead. They didn't say go ahead, but they said, look, we're not going to test for it.
I don't think basketball. I don't think weed is too prevalent in basketball as it is in the NFL. I think it's. I just don't. I think it's easier, and I'm not just saying I'm talking about just playing, right? I think it's easier probably to play football high than playing basketball high. Because football,
I don't think you're playing any sport actually high. I couldn't imagine
players do. You'd be surprised, man. A lot of players need
Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't
edge off and kind of relax and focus. I mean, it affects people differently, but I've heard that.
I understand. Allegedly, there's a lot of pill usage on the sidelines that help with pain.
Oh yeah.
So when I say I don't see them playing high, I don't see them playing high on weed. I can see them playing high on everything else on the sideline. Yeah,
I think it's concoction of stuff.
Yeah, I will agree with that. That way, yeah, I see your point, and that's true. Because they on the sideline, They're like, look, we gotta get you back out there. Here's some hydro. Here's some oxycodone. Let's get them back out. We'll sit down for 15 minutes, let that stuff take effect on you. It's as fast as all, so it's gonna be in your system quick, and then you're gonna be back out on the field.
Like they do, like I know they do, like they have Hard Knocks and stuff. The show you can watch with preseason. Oh, it's not preseason, but training camp and stuff. But it's a reason they don't got Hard Knocks like throughout the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They only show the practice time.
They can't. Some of us, like, it's just, it would be too raw, and it would be too, like, people would be like, oh my god, like that's what's going on.
People would be picketing football.
Yeah, like why is that guy in the corner getting a shot in his leg, or like why, like it's
what happened to his ankle?
Yeah,
but he's back on the field. Oh my god.
Here, go what? No. Yeah, man, you couldn't do it hard. You couldn't. That's exactly why they did. Like when they do like the mic'd up, like it's always somebody who probably is not really too vocal.
Yeah, and that's what it normally is, because what's funny is, okay, when you have the ones that who are vocal in it, they get a lot of time from them. It's hilarious, but those are very few, because normally players out there just saying all kind of junk, and you can't use even 5 minutes of what they say.
Right.
So mic'd up doesn't work. But you put it on a player who's like just gonna be that guy who's gonna joke the whole time. So not Odell Beckham.
The whole mic'd up thing was always a weird concept to me, especially like with sports. Like it's just like all you're gonna hear is F this, F that.
Yeah.
It's really like that. You would be like, oh god, I learned something new. Like no, just
So let me ask you this: this is just an idea I've had. It's not something I've heard.
Sean has an idea.
What do you think about? Yeah, you know me. What do you think about putting three more cameras on the field? Putting a camera on the football, putting a camera on both right and left guard.
Wait, the camera on the football and the what?
And the right guard and the left guard.
No, well, they can't do that because it's kind of like the Patriots, like the film and stuff. Like you can't. It's certain things you can't.
I'm not saying for the team. I'm saying for TV.
Yeah, but what's stopping a team from just grabbing the feed? I'm saying, like recording TV because
it's the raw footage. Just like what's the raw footage is owned by TV. They're not going to skim the raw.
Was that like from a certain angle that it's a reason why you don't see them, just because it could be used against another team in the future. I mean, obviously I know for film, but like I don't think up close, that close to see. I don't think they would do it. And plus, you would just see badass dudes sweating in each other's faces.
No, I mean, but you'll get the initial hike, and that's all you got to get. And sometimes you'll get the check. Okay, so maybe not the right guard and left guard.
That'd be cool, like a camera on like the back ref, the quarterback.
The back ref or defensive end, one of the defensive ends, because they are running at the quarterback.
I think there is like I could be wrong, but I think there's like a channel that has like, it's a program, one of the DirecTV channels that has like a different view of a game, to where you can, it's like 3 or 4 different cameras. I forgot what it's called.
I didn't know that.
There's a reason why the camera is how it is, because people want to see the entire field. The hard part is the only thing that's like that. Remember they tried last year? Was it last year? The year before, where they had like the camera behind the quarterback, kind of like the aerial cam.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Kind of like what he was seeing. That was, I think, was kind of cool.
I do like that.
See the open receiver, you can see what he's looking at, versus like the side view. It's like they throw it and you have no idea who's he throwing it to until like the camera pans. So
yeah, I mean, I do like that because they brought Madden to the live field, and that's the view from Madden, and you're like, okay, I'm seeing what he's seeing. That guy's open. You want your quarterback to throw that guy, but he goes over here,
right?
And you're like, oh shit.
The only downside to that is like from the defensive perspective, like if you're a cornerback, it's like a distraction, right? Because you got a brown ball and you have a black camera, like it's, even though it's a very small distraction,
it's a small.
You looking at that real quick, could be a receiver burning you on the back end. So I see why.
But there's so many cameras though.
I know
already.
Where its position is where you're looking at too, though. That's the thing. So I don't know. That's just my guess. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I probably am completely wrong. I've been questioning lately. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, people don't come to us for facts. They come to us because they want to be entertained.
Everything I say, absolutely not true. Now, if you believe me, use a fool. Nah, I don't know, man. But anyway, man, we gotta hit what the Florida.
We have got to go to what the Florida.
Our drive. I think I'm.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm always.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play What the Florida. What the Florida. Let me tell you what this game is. So I am going to read 3 different news stories that happened in Florida over a lot of time. It used to be very current, and there still is some current stories, but right now, because of COVID, there's not a lot of stupid people being stupid. Just saying.
Is the Florida man?
Okay, they're being stupid. There's just not a lot of people out recording these people being stupid. So they're still being stupid. So what I do is I break Florida down 3 different parts. We have North Florida, which is Jacksonville, all the way across Pensacola. We have Middle Florida, which is everything between Ocala, Gainesville, Orlando, including us, because
we have Middle Florida is where you think Middle Florida is.
Yeah, my challenging, somewhat anal co-host decided that they think, and of course my wife, who's also kind of anal at times, decided that I love you, baby. Decided that Tampa should be in Middle Florida. So
yeah, because that's where we're at.
So
like, GPS, Sean, you'd be like somewhere in Cuba right now if you had to travel to Tampa.
Who went to the Army and did land nav?
Huh?
I'm just saying, who did land navigation? Who can find himself out of woods? Not you.
I don't need give me a compass and a Slim Jim.
And you'll be lost for days. You'll be lost for days. And and that's Middle Florida. South Florida is everything below I-4. So basically everything below us. So that is Florida. These stories are all facts. And you get to see just how crazy Florida is. Are you ready to play What the Florida?
Always ready.
All right. Welcome to What the Florida. First story. Florida man breaks into office, puts sign in window. Secretary wanted $7 an hour.
Wait, what? You like.
I kind of read it too quick here.
No, you didn't read it. Yeah. God, I'm playing too much Call of Duty. I say you lagged. You lagged for a second there.
Oh, I love the internet.
Is that review?
Florida. I have a gig. You have what? 20 megs? Just saying. Florida man breaks into office, puts sign in window. Secretary wanted $17 an hour.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Deputies are looking for, you're okay with that?
Well, he broke in. He don't own the office.
No, deputies are looking for a Florida man who broke into a county office building. It was a county office building to place a now hiring sign in the window. Once inside, he surfed the web and helped himself to a beverage before placing the sign in the window. It's unclear whether he plans on returning to apply for the non-existent position.
He's just doing him a favor. I mean, like, him. That's free marketing. Besides the window he broke.
That's free marketing.
Yeah, besides the broken window, which I'm sure he'll pay for, come out of his check. And yeah, I mean, I don't see no wrong with that. That must be a Florida man who just moved to Florida recently. Like, he hasn't gone like full crazy yet.
I'm thinking that's this guy who wants a paycheck because
he just helping. He helping.
You need a paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, and $70 an hour is pretty reasonable. That's livable. It's not great, but it's livable.
I feel like secretaries are undervalued. They got to do a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
They do.
Yeah. We had a secretary.
But anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
God, it would be nice for us to have a secretary. Oh, my goodness. So, Florida man says he's too fat for a DUI test. A Florida man who was pulled over for impaired driving claimed he was too fat to perform a sobriety test.
How's that?
57-year-old, I know, right? 57-year-old Rolando Gonzalez was pulled over by deputies after he was spotted driving 30 in a 35 miles an hour. And he was going too slow. He was going 30 in a 35 mile per hour zone, as well as driving slightly off road. The Florida man smelled strongly of alcohol, and his shorts were stained with urine. When given a sobriety field test, deputies asked Gonzalez to stand on one leg, to which he declined, stating, "No, I am too fat."
Yeah.
Gonzalez said he was disabled and can't see my feet over my stomach. His weight is listed as 400 pounds.
Wow.
He was arrested on DUI charge.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense though. I mean, like,
if you see this guy's mugshot,
like
he's a large dude.
Yeah, like
he is a large a large. Let's see if I can share this without. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna show you what this guy looks like. So if you're watching, of course you're gonna be able to see this.
No, when you first read it, I thought like, I mean, if I was that big, I guess my excuse would be like, yeah, my neck is really fat. I can't even swallow anymore, so I really can't taste. I can't take this sobriety test.
Look at this guy. That's a large guy.
He looks very upset.
That's a large guy.
He has that like that face to where, like, what you pull me over for? Like it's like when they read him his rights and like, do you understand? He's like, not really. Can you read that one more time? Oh man, Mr. Gonzalez, man, I'm sorry to see you. Oh, you almost gave away where was that?
Yeah, see, almost, but not quite.
Almost, but not right. All right, what's the next one?
Let's see. Next one is. Make sure I get it correct.
Netflix.
Here we go. No, that wasn't it. See.
Next one is.
There we go.
Coming to be continued.
Naked Florida man drinks 2 liters of vodka, burns down house baking cookies on George Foreman grill.
2 liters of vodka?
2 liters of vodka.
He had to do that.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The vodka. You just chug it.
That's a lot of vodka. I mean, 2 liters? That's the big boys, man. Well, that's
naked. This dude was butt naked. That should be the first sign that is about.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's but butt naked. That's like a bottle. That's not 2. 2 is like.
Actually, I
lost it.
Butt naked. That's not surprising in Florida. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a shot.
On the streets eating people. Butt naked Florida man flying a kite. Butt naked Florida man giving out Thanksgiving turkeys. That's what Florida people do. Or Florida
really?
Men. If you born here, man, please. I know we got beef. I know the water's salty, but keep your clothes on.
So the story of the naked Florida man who had drunk 2 liters of vodka is on the evening of August 27th, 2 officers from a police department went to assist firefighters at a home in a county. When they arrived, the officers saw white smoke coming from the house and could smell something burning, according to the incident report. A man later identified as James Gregory Cunningham answered the door, said he was sorry, and then closed it. The individual was naked, said the report, and in a smoke-filled house with items on fire inside it, such as towels.
I won't even answer the door. Like, man, my house on fire. I got time to answer the door. I'm trying to put this fire out. Damn.
I'm wondering what the cookies on the George Foreman grill came to look like.
I wonder, is this a crime? You could I don't think this is a crime, right? Are you in your he own the house?
Is it
you in your house? You
I don't think it's actually a crime.
Irresponsibly, and you accidentally burn the house down.
How's he drinking irresponsible? He's drinking in his home.
No. Well, he's drinking irresponsible because he
drank 2 liters of it.
Drinking 2 liters of vodka. At least he's not. I guess. How do you flip this? If you're his lawyer, like, how do you flip this? Well, my client wasn't driving.
Yeah, all he did was burn down his house, and his insurance isn't going to pay. So,
right? I mean, that's different. If your house,
could you imagine burning down your house and it's worth like $100,000, and then you have to buy another house and pay for the other house you burned down still?
Actually, a lot of burnt houses. Oh man,
that was suck.
Like, if you burn your house down, do you still own that parcel? right?
Yeah, that's still yours. Yeah.
Yours. So you can do that. You just be
Yeah.
for a house that's technically not there, but it's your
Yeah.
land.
You're paying for that land. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
You're paying for a spot.
Yeah. Like how far down does ownership go? What I mean, like how deep can you dig and it's still yours?
I think it's like no, I think it's like they actually said I think it's like maybe 12 feet or something like that. Basically where you hit the city lines, and then that's no longer yours.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you really just own like a little square, like a cube.
Pretty much.
The bottom that has a top because you don't because there's a certain height that you can only go up to where it's not even your air anymore. Apparently.
Yeah, because you can't fly a drone now. Now it's like
It's
I
on
think
your.
40. It's like 40 feet or something like that. You can't fly higher than that without having an FAA license.
So I don't even know why we like buy houses. We should just be buying. Like, listen, I'm about to go check out this cube over here.
This cube.
How much? What's the square footage? Square footage? No, I have 5,000 feet in altitude, and I got about 12 feet below me. All right, everything inside is mine. So, put it on your roof, I guess. All right, so let me make these guesses. So first, forgot the first story. First story.
Florida man who broke into the house. I mean, the Florida man who broke into the office and put a sign up for $70 an hour for the secretary.
See, that sounds like I have a feeling he already owned that place. He was just, trying to get some.
It's a county building, so how could he own the place?
Oh, county. Oh, I think he said accounting. I was like, damn, somebody did that through an accounting building. Oh, county building. All right, so I'm gonna say that's North Florida. Is that right? That's right. Is that right?
Dang, I can't.
I don't know. You gave me that hum.
I can't believe you got this one wrong.
Where is it?
It is in Port Charlotte, which is just above Punta Gorda, which is
south, right?
South. That is South Florida.
I got a friend from Port Charlotte. Yeah, that's definitely south. She was like, "I'm going down to Port Charlotte." I was like, "All right, good luck."
All right, good luck.
Story.
Second story: the man who was too fat for his DUI test.
Ooh, I'm gonna say that's here. That's in That's in Central Florida, Mid Central, whatever you want to call it.
That is in Martin County, which is near Port St. Lucie, which is just above Palm Beach Gardens, which is South Florida.
I am so glad that you don't have to take a map test when you move here, because I would not be living here if that was the case. I don't know where anything is in this state. That's it. Disneyland and Miami, and I've never even been there.
I know Jacksonville here. I know how to get to Miami, and I know how to and Orlando, and I know how to get to Pensacola. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
My brain with stuff and places I'm probably not gonna go.
Oh wait, and I know Gainesville because I lived there.
The knowledge.
That's it.
All right. Third story.
Third story is the Florida man who drank 2 liters of vodka and survived to tell the story.
That's most people. All right. I'm gonna say, damn, I'm over 2. Might as well go for the trifecta. I'm gonna say Central. Again.
You're gonna say Central Florida. You know what's funny about this one?
It's Central.
Is twice you said North, and you were wrong. And you didn't say North this time, and now you're wrong because this is at North.
Honestly,
Okaloosa County.
I'd rather go 3 than 1 and 3. I'm going 1 and 3. That's just.
I'd rather be all the way wrong than just kind of wrong.
Yeah, because if I go, that just looks like I failed. But 0 and 3 just looks like I didn't know anything about that subject. I don't know why I was even. That has to be or a mistake.
You're still in the studying phase.
Yeah, people have more sympathy for you if it's 0 and 3. 1 and 3, they just like you didn't study. 0 and 3 is like he may not be from there. You know what I mean?
This is true.
So anyway, damn, time kind of flew by. It's already 2 hours? Shit, 2.5 hours. Oh my goodness, that's a Lord of the Rings movie. But yeah, man, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it for me as well.
All right. I'll tell you what, we gotta do this again.
Yep.
It was nice meeting you. No, I'm kidding.
Next week, same time, same channel. Our YouTube and to anyone listening, please subscribe. We want to see you. We want to hear your opinions. We want to hear your thoughts.
I want to see. One that said, if you hit him and she hits you, I'm gonna hit both of y'all.
See, that's exactly how it should sound. But
That's not how you said it.
yeah. It's not how I said it, but that is what it meant. So
he touches you, if she touches him, I'm gonna touch both of y'all. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, there you go. Now you got it right. But I've actually said both. I mean, I've said both. So it depends on how angry I was. Not angry. It depends on my mood of that day.
Sometimes you want to touch harder than other days.
Ah!
Whatever floats your boat, go with it.
Oh man.
Oh
goodness. And on that final word, we're gonna go ahead and say thank you for listening. Again, please comment, subscribe, and we thank you for listening. I am Sean the King Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike. See you next week.
Thank you for listening. Hey everyone, this is Sean the King Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike.
We just want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us.
Please subscribe, like, share. But if you don't like, obviously, don't do any of that stuff because we don't want no fakes out there. Just kidding.
Let us know why you don't like it.
We love the support. Yeah, man, definitely hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.